Slop City Podcast!
Oh, that's beautiful.
What'd you say, bitch? Oh. Clap. Not yet. You just let us know. I'm just trying to make things easier for you. Let's do it. Oh, fuck.
Sometimes you count in, sometimes you don't.
1, 2, 3. Did it. Was that good, Randy? Was that clap good enough for you? Yep. Oh, boy. Welcome to Slop City Podcast, everybody. I am your host, Tina D-Ball, Tuna Drywall, Tuna Dribbler, the Dribbler.
And I'm your co-host, Rafe Williams, Rafe Lee Roth, the nastiest rat in the shit house.
The Tosser.
The Tosser.
Rafe, the Tosser Williams. Rafe, the master of the bowling ball grip.
Yeah.
Libby is...
And what it looks like that would be like 2 in the pussy, 1 in the butthole, but I do it the other way. I go 1 thumb in the pussy, 2 fingers in the butthole.
Wow.
Yeah, it's not your average bowling ball grip.
It's not. You've definitely hit me with that before. And
I was thinking about that,
You're
actually.
fine.
Not that. On the drive home.
Oh, God, I was thinking about bowling ball gripping you.
That's always on the back of my mind, but...
What were you thinking about?
I was listening to like the 80s playlists on the way home from our trip last night when I was driving and you were sleeping, and I forgot my friends used to call me Rafe Lee Roth back in my wilder days, because they're like, yeah, man, you just kind of unpredictable. You're like you're the guy that might blow up the band when you always a good time, always a party.
David Lee Roth, right? That's who we're talking about?
Yeah, David Lee Roth was like lead singer of Van Halen during, I would say, their best parts of Van Halen. Sammy Hagar held his own, but I watched a documentary once where... What are you doing?
Just go. I knew who David Lee Roth was. No, I'm looking up pictures of David Lee Roth.
Oh.
I just had to make
Dude,
sure.
He's a goon. Look him up. He literally is hilarious. He's like he is my spirit animal.
He's a Goomba?
David Lee Roth is my spirit animal. He's just a psychopath.
Hit us with some facts. I don't know much about David Lee Roth, so give me the story.
He's just like a crazy... They called it LSD. The Van Halen brothers said that they always got in trouble when someone had LSD, and they called it lead singer's disease, because Eddie Van Halen was like... The band was named after the guitarist, not the singers. But they said that, they'd get a big head, and they'd think they were like bigger than the band, and then they'd kick them out of the band. That's why they went through lead singers and Van Halen.
Oh.
But Sammy Hagar and David Lee Roth tried to go on tour together after they both got kicked out of Van Halen, and Sammy Hagar couldn't do it because they were supposed to like take turns headlining, and David Lee Roth would just show up late on purpose, and he'd walk in the middle of Sammy's set with like 14 Playboy models. He'd come up from the audience. He'd have a limo like come in. He just was disruptive. He would like not show up, so Sammy had to always go on first, and he'd headline every show. And
damn.
There was a...
That's like such a fuck you.
Yeah, but it was just so funny because when they interviewed him, he goes, look, it's a fundamental difference between Sammy and Dave. Sammy throws a party. Dave is the party. I was like, this guy sucks.
Man.
But he sucks in such a fun way. I love him.
I mean, I like that. I like that he was able to like be that confident and just say it,
Yeah, he's just a goof.
Like, to be that confident and know that you're like, yeah, I'm the fucking party.
Yeah.
That's another level of like confidence that I don't know if I'll ever have.
Yeah. Watch
He's
this
just
California Girls video. He just lines up a bunch of girls in bikinis, and he puts on like white gloves like he's inspecting their butts. And he's just like, I wish they... Oh, and he's wearing like a unitard, like Borat, when he goes to the beach in Borat. David Lee Roth's wearing all spandex and white gloves, and he's just so like, he's really feminine, and he's just like going from butt to butt, and he's being like, ooh, and he's like running his finger on it like he's expecting it for dust.
I thought the California Girls song was by the Beach Boys.
It is. He did a remake of it where it was totally wild and out of control.
The fact that he had a unitard on and the white gloves is like, buddy, one part of you is not clean.
He had a captain's hat on, too, by the way. He had a lot going on.
Dude, so many.
Look at the California Girls video.
So many different vibes.
It's hilarious. You don't have to look at it now, but it's
okay. I will later because we can't legally play that. We'll get sued by the party.
Oh,
Mr. Party.
You can get a still shot, right?
Yeah, we could do that.
Search Google Images. It'll pop right up.
I'm gonna California Girls. David Lee Roth.
Yep. Google Images. There he is.
Oh, you got it, Randall? Thank you.
What's his hat say?
Dude.
It's hilarious.
Oh, yeah. His hat says, your guide.
Yeah.
And then he's wearing a bow tie with what looks to be some kind of zebra animal print. And then he just got a bunch of hot biatches behind him, dude. Wearing thongs. The white gloves are just hilarious to me. It's like, what are you? Because when I worked at First Watch, the breakfast place, they had this thing they would do quarterly. So 4 times a year, they would have the regional manager or whatever come in. And this was, for those of you that don't have First Watch, wherever you live, First Watch is a breakfast place, open 7 to 2:30 every day. That's it. Big church vibes. No, and they didn't sell booze at the time that I worked there. I think they might sell booze now, but they did not sell booze when I worked there. So it was like pretty fucking corporate. Dude, I love him. Yeah. I'm already in on him. Just the fact that he wore the
picture over here where it says your guy.
His smile
Kind of looks like if you put Libbie through like a male filter on Instagram. Doesn't it?
Holy shit.
Like he's hot. He kind of has like He's kind of hot. It kind of looks like if you
Randy
put,
doesn't that kind of look like her?
Played a character on and you put her through like a
dude filter.
Yeah, like a 1980s headbanger filter.
I love this. I'm really into him. I'm gonna definitely look more into him and see.
He's a wild guy.
I like Van Halen's music, but I guess I didn't realize that David Lee Roth like went off and did his own deal.
Well, they kicked him out for being
the party.
Yeah. Being too much.
He was the party, bruh.
There was a time, though. I mean, it was a lot of sex, drugs, and rock and roll in the 80s. It was a wild time.
Oh, yeah.
It was the Wild West.
Dude,
bygone era.
I read Motley Crue, or I read Nikki Sixx's Heroin Diaries like years ago.
Yeah.
And as a recovering heroin addict, it was like, when I read it, I was probably like, I don't know, a year or something sober, maybe a little more than that. And I was just like, it was my wet dream. I was like, man, if I had that much money, like the way he talked about things,
much heroin,
I'd be dead. I can't believe he's still alive. Truly, after reading that, I'm like, damn, daddy. Like,
he had a couple close calls
for sure. I mean, I'm sure all these cats did. But what was I talking about? The First Watch. So they had like they had like all these really fucking lame terms because it was like really corporate. So what we would do is you would handwrite every single ticket because it's like they were trying to be like a cool diner. So you would handwrite every single ticket and you could only have, I think, like 4 things on one ticket. So you'd handwrite that. And then if you had more than like 4 people at your table, you had to get what was called a quarterback.
Okay.
That was literally what they would call it. And we made it a bit almost. I'm like, hey, I got an 8-top. I need a quarterback. I need a QB now. And so I would go and they would go and pass off the first part of the ticket or whatever to the kitchen.
Okay.
And then I would go and put the second half in. But it was great. We'd always do like really solid bits, like put fingers in butts while we were like because the person would literally stand right behind you and get ready to like take the ticket. It was dramatic. But they did this thing or whatever quarterly that was called the white glove test. And the managers there were almost like institutionalized. Like they were all neurotic. There was not one person that worked there that was like chill or cool. They all looked like they were just like on Adderall 24/7 because there were so many things they had to do and it was like stressful. And literally a fucking guy, the regional manager, would come in to the restaurant with a motherfucking white glove and just start putting it over things.
Yeah.
But it was I'm like, I didn't know this was actually going to happen. I thought it was just like a hypothetical the first time. I was like, oh, it's just going to, they're like, yeah, they do the white glove inspection. And I was like, oh, they probably just come in, check it out, make sure it's all clean. Yeah. But I watched this motherfucker, his name was David. walk in and be like, guys, how's
Was it
everybody
David Lee
doing?
Roth? That's what he did. He worked at First Watch. And he's like,
fuck.
ooh, you might as well jump because you're fired.
No, it was, but his name was David. But I watched him the first time, like, because everybody had to wear khakis there too, and it's like all the guys would just look like such d-bags wearing these like short fucking khaki shorts.
I can't stop
and
thinking
a
about
polo.
David Lee Roth managing a First Watch right now, which would be the funniest sketch in the world.
Oh, dude, that's a good fucking idea. Love it. So much fucking. There would be so many drugs and cocaine everywhere.
Be a lot of flair.
Yeah, a lot of flair. Everybody be wearing like cool bow ties. But yeah, the first time I ever watched that guy, David, do it, it was like he walked in all stupid in his dumb little khakis and his braided fucking belt, had like a bright green polo on or something, and was like, guys, how's everybody doing? Heard the sales have been really good, you know, and yes, he did that. He was like, all right, time for the white glove test. I was like, cool, you know, like we just cleaned all this stuff, come check it out. And then he was like, gotta get my white glove. And I was like, I'm sorry, what? I didn't realize you were
like a
fucking
little
serious.
briefcase that he opened up.
No.
Click, click.
He puts a code in. It's like, dude, you don't need a code for this. Like, you're making this really dramatic. He does his little briefcase code. It's like, buddy, you just have like
It's
a
handcuffed.
notebook.
It's handcuffed to him.
Yeah, he was a fucking D-bag. But yeah, so they used a legit motherfucking white glove on this shit. It was hardcore.
What happened if you didn't get it?
I mean, you didn't. They would probably like come back in a week or something. I can't really remember.
Yeah,
it wasn't that like they come back in a week, do it again, and be like, "You passed."
Yeah, that's the thing that's funny to me.
That's like every restaurant.
There were no
much.
repercussions. It was just like they weren't going to stop making bacon.
Yeah, no, it's. I mean, and you can't like put out because that's like a restaurant thing. It's like inside baseball to there. It's not like it's like the health department being like, you got an A. Let's put that little sticker there. But even the health department, they're like pretty fucking lax on things. They'll be like, you got to fix this, you got to fix that, and then we'll come back in a week and check it out and see what's going on. Then they're
no
like,
white
you did
gloves.
it. You're an A.
Yeah. No white gloves there.
No, but do you know that fear though? Like when you worked in a restaurant, when the health department would come. Do you know what did that ever happen to you while you were working?
Oh yeah, I was a manager forever. I'd do walkthroughs with them.
Dude, everybody, it's like, that's such a fearful thing. Like someone will be like, the fucking health department's here. And then everyone's like grabbing all the shit they fucked up. You know, like we'll have like cups without lids on them. And everyone's like, put a fucking lid on your cup right now.
Yeah.
You know, like we're all so fucking scared.
Yeah.
It's like, stop vaping.
Yeah, they had some weird stuff, but we always did pretty well on those.
Yeah, I mean, it's fine.
I'm sorry, but I literally cannot stop thinking about David Lee Roth managing a restaurant and like having to go table to table and be like, hello, I'm David Lee Roth, and how is your meal this evening? And
This morning.
Like, whatever.
Yeah,
I said
yeah.
a restaurant. I was leaving it open.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were still doing First Watch. I wish I could jump in on this improv bit, but I don't know anything about fucking David Lee Roth.
I mean, you can look at that picture and know all you need to know. Can you imagine that guy coming up to your table in like a zebra stripe bow tie with a hat that says your guide and like mascara and cocaine coming out of his nose and being like, and how's everything with your meal today? We appreciate you coming into Cracker Barrel. Just like, he's just so funny, dude.
He's just fucking getting lit up. He's like, guys, I just want to say thank you so much. Glad all your steaks were cooked to order. And for dessert, we're going to bring you out a finely milled plate of cocaine. And we invite you to stay.
He's like in a unitard.
He has dicks like hanging out a tiny bit out of the side. He forgot.
He he came to the DuQuoin State Fair on his way down when he was in real bad shape. And he took his dick out and pissed on some people in the front row of his concert. It was a good concert. I'm not going to lie. I went. It was fun. But it was like there were some ladies, and he was like wasted out of his mind. He was just like singing like, got it bad, I'm hot for teacher. And then he's just like, they're playing like a guitar solo, and he's like stumbling around the stage, and he just like goes to the corner of the stage, and he just fucking pulls his unitard down and starts peeing all over the front row.
He pulls his unitard up and then like tucks his dick out to the right of it, like the short part.
And it was.
Oh God!
I just remember it being a big deal. He like peed on someone's. Like he like peed on a.
Peed on a
someone's
teenager.
Mom. I'm a teacher. I was gonna say a teacher. During Hot for Teacher, which is ironic. Like the luck involved in that.
Sure.
So I think it was like one of the because like it was past Van Halen's prime. It's probably in the 90s.
Yeah.
10 years past prime. So there were people in their mid to late 20s going to this concert probably that wanted to spring for front row tickets.
What year was this? Early 2000s or earlier?
Probably 90s, late 90s.
Okay.
Late 90s. It was like he was well past Van Halen. Usually state and county fairs, you get people on the way up, on the way down. You don't get them in their prime.
No.
If you tell me you saw an artist and you're like, yeah, I saw him at the DuCoin Fair, I'm like, that was either one of their first concerts or right before they died.
For context, like the DuCoin Fairgrounds, Rafe took me to them one time, and it's like, it is a hit around the town.
Just any state fair, really.
Yeah. I mean, it was the first time that I'd ever been. It's like, let's go to the fairgrounds. And I was like, whoa, this is going to be sick as fuck. And it's kind of just like some land and like a little bridge there.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's fine. It's not, it's a nice little park area.
Yeah, it's not bad. In my mind, I like to also think that he's like David Lee Roth IRAs are just when you invest in big butts. So I got all my money tied up in Roth IRAs. I'm like, oh, really? Good investment portfolio? He's like, no, David Lee Roth IRAs.
Buttcoin.
Yeah, Buttcoin.
Oh, it's just Buttcoin.
Yeah.
You just have NFTs of like a really good photo of a butt.
It's Cheektherium.
You just Cheekerous Theorium.
That's all he bought. He spent all his money on NFTs of butts.
Yeah, just like photos of butts that he got one gif of a girl like twerking.
Libbie Lee Roth.
Yeah, that photo right there is Libbie Lee Roth for sure.
Really funny. Rafe Lee Roth and Libbie Lee Roth.
Libby's gone right now because she was shooting Tammy Bangs season 2.
Bang bang.
So, and things are just gonna get crazier from here. Like us being able to record and everything. We gotta really figure some shit out. So we're gonna get there. We're gonna figure that out. Because Libby's out of town, I'm going to be out of town. It's going to be wild. But it's all good stuff. Everyone should be very excited because you're going to get to see us do shows. So that'll be fucking awesome.
Correct.
But yeah, Libby is not here because of that. And then I'm going to be in Nashville next week with Rafe. We're going to be doing shows at Zany's. So yeah, this episode's going to come out after we're already there. But that's okay.
Hope you enjoyed the show.
Yeah, hope you had a good fucking time, Nashville. Because we're going to be there doing some fucking... it's like a Valentine's Day show. So we're going to be doing...
But they can buy tickets to the Wildy Theater on February 25th.
Yeah.
If they live in the St. Louis region and see all of us.
Yep. If you live in the St. Louis region, for sure. It's Saturday, February 25th, right?
Yeah, it might be the 26th. It's a Saturday.
Let's
I know
look.
that.
I'm going to look it up. Like what day of the week it is. But yeah, Rafe and Libby are going to be headlining the show. I'm going to be opening for them. It's the 26th.
26th.
Okay, we're just going to pretend that didn't happen. Saturday, February 26th.
We're taping it.
2022. Rafe Williams, Libbie Higgins, Tina D-Ball, and some other fucking cool cats. But it'll be in Edwardsville, Illinois, and it's going to be a bomb-ass show, dude. It's going to be at the Wildy
Theater Performing Arts Center. So,
yeah, if you're in the area and you want to come out and see us, come out. It's going to be a bomb-ass fucking show.
They got an old 1998 Netscape Navigator website.
Oh, there's the link. Comedy Night with Rafe Williams and Libbie Higgins.
You got it.
I love that they put the photo of her as Carla. She doesn't even do Carla anymore.
Right?
That's fucking... And the photo really just looks like it doesn't look like Carla necessarily. It just looks like it was a nice photo that they got of their Aunt Carla. Like there's no McDonald's, no McRib
I'm sending
in it.
them stuff tomorrow. They didn't consult me before they did any of this.
Yeah. 2 hilarious acts share their unique comedy on the Wildy stage. So yeah, come out to that. Saturday, February 26, 2022. 7:30 motherfucking p.m. The show is going to be taped. It's going to be awesome. We want to pack that theater out, so come out and see us. St. Louis, surrounding areas, Indiana. I don't give a shit.
Good.
Just drive out.
Yeah, come on out. That's enough plugging.
Oh, I was just excited.
It's enough plugging.
Well, here at Slop City, we just plug along.
Plug. Put the plug in the jug.
Put the plug in the jug.
Keep the plug in the jug.
Keep coming back. It works if you work it.
They used to use that picture twice, which I also think is funny.
Yeah.
And he's like, can you headline and do most of the time? I'm like, yeah. And then he put my tiny little picture over here. It's hysterical.
Randy, Sean's asking, did you send the link yet? Which obviously you didn't. Do you want to send it to me on Facebook, I guess? Or do we want to do it later? Like right when we're about to bring him on. Surprise, bitch. We're having our wonderful friend and very funny comedian, Shaun Murphy, join us later in this episode.
That's right.
He's a comic from Buffalo, New York, now lives in New York City. And he's incredible. Go ahead. Yeah, hit him.
There you go.
Because I don't know all of his stats.
Good. Nothing. I was just going to say he's a good guy. Funny dude. He's got an album and a special coming out on YouTube. So we're going to bring him on and you should check him out.
Oh, yeah. He's the best.
Definitely go check him out. He's a very funny guy.
Goes on the road with Mark Normand.
Mm-hmm.
Opens up for him. And
just got passed at the Comedy Cellar in New York, which is no small feat.
Dude, that's like the Super
huge.
Bowl of comedy. If I got passed at the Comedy Cellar, I don't know what I would do. I mean, I guess go there and do the sets is
that's
what I
you
would
do. Yeah.
I would just go there and do comedy.
Exactly what you would do.
And get to tell everyone that I fucking do that.
Yep.
Sick as fuck. So yeah, he'll be on the podcast later. He's the best. We love him. But yeah.
I emailed it to you, forward it to him, please.
Oh, thank you so much, Randall.
All right.
Dude, I'm so fucking mad about, like, I didn't realize until earlier today when I was showing you, like, my psoriasis, which is a new development. I developed psoriasis, like, in the last year. Very, very annoying. But I didn't realize until you said it earlier. You were like, plaque psoriasis. I, like, had a moment on the way to work when I was driving after I left. I was like, felt like I was just, like, watching the world pass me by. And I was like, oh, man. I didn't realize I have the thing that's in every fucking commercial that they talk about it. There was a comic I did a show with recently, Emily Zell. She's newer in St. Louis. She's really funny, but she has a bit about plaque psoriasis. And it was like all hitting me at once. I'm like, oh, dude, I have the same shit fucking Kourtney Kardashian and all those crazy ass hoes have. They're doing commercials about it. Trying to make people think they're like they're a normal human.
Maybe you can get them to advertise some plaque psoriasis medicine on that podcast.
Dude. Oh, God. It's just such a fucking gross name. Like, I know that so many people have it, and it's okay. It's part of life, but it just is the grossest fucking name ever. Anything that has to do with plaque, unless you're winning something, no.
Mm-mm.
I'm fucking out. It's just very upsetting.
Okay. I'm sorry. You okay?
No. I'm not okay.
Patches? You okay?
Patches.
With your patchy elbows.
Yeah, it's not cute. But guys, that's part of life. Having ailments, having things wrong with you, you know? I had a birthmark on my pussy lip. Well, a mole, you know? You guys know that. I've talked about that on here. I got psoriasis now. I'm getting older. I'm getting all these ailments.
It happens. It does happen. We were at my uncle's house and their dog had just gotten a giant fatty tumor removed just from being old, and I had the exact same thing happen to me. The doctor even said that I was like, hey, I got a bump on my chest. It's hurting. You know, when I work out, it hurts. And I'm like, maybe we should take it out. And he goes, well, I'll take it out, but it's going to be cosmetic. You're going to have to pay out of pocket. I go, well, it's hurting me, though. And he goes, yeah, but it's clearly just a fat tumor. You know, like an old dog. And I was like, okay. I paid my deductible to have you pretty much roast me here in the.
Dude, he fucking sizzled your ass. You know, just. Was it the country doctor? No, I didn't think
I
it
went
was.
to a real. I ain't letting him cut me open. No way, dude.
I went to a real
he ain't
doctor.
coming near me with a scalpel.
Hell no.
I literally wouldn't let him do like a hangnail.
No, I mean,
Got a little hangnail there. I'd be like, I'm good. Just refer me to somebody.
yeah, we're good, buddy. Like, I don't think he could even like cut a straight line with scissors if someone asked him to.
Yeah.
There's no like he was like trying to do a little collage or
I'm gonna
something.
be honest. He's never done a doctor thing to me. He's never like taken my temperature. I don't think he's ever like used his stethoscope on me. He just kind of walks in with a real long braided belt, mumbles at me for a minute. Like the person that does all that is his like nurse.
He comes in with a stethoscope. He's like, nah, this is just for show.
Yeah, it says Fisher Price. On
Never
it.
really used. Yeah, it's a fucking baby toy stethoscope. He like pulls. He's like, okay, let me go over to my little station, and he literally opens a fucking Fisher Price box and just pulls out like a knee mallet.
Yeah, it was a little suspect when he's like, okay, I'm gonna listen to your heart. And then he put a plastic stethoscope on. He goes, foomp, 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 thump, thump. Thump, thump. Okay, your heart's broken. And I go, all right, doctor. That doesn't seem like something you could diagnose. Then he
Okay,
pooped his pants.
your heart's broken.
Then he laid down and took a nap.
I'm a little tired.
I'm tired.
Can you get me some water? You're like, get the fuck out of here, man. Oh, shit. I forgot about the fucking country doctor.
Yeah.
I wonder how he's doing. Maybe you should just call him and see, like, what's up if he's
No, I'm
doing
good. I already
okay.
called him to refill a prescription 4 times, and he did not call me back. No one from his office even tried to contact me. So
They don't know how to set up their voicemail.
seems like they're doing business as usual over there at the old country doc office.
I wonder if there's any, like, recent reviews on him.
I don't know.
Probably not.
Had a good weekend in Springfield, Mo.
Yeah, we did shows in Springfield, Missouri at the new Blue Room Comedy Club
We
this
did.
weekend. It was the first time I was there. You too, right? First time you performed there?
Mm-mm.
Okay, never mind. You did it with Michael Costa there.
That's right.
That was fucking awesome.
First time I headlined that room, though.
Yeah.
So that was cool.
Yeah, Daddy Rafe, the Tosser Williams was headlining, and it was fucking awesome.
Bringing it home. We stayed at a nice hotel.
Mhm.
Bass Pro Shop hats were proof of antibodies for the COVID-19 vaccine. That's what I told everyone.
Oh, yeah.
It was fun. We had a good weekend. You had really good sets. It was fun. Everybody was super sweet.
Yeah, dude, we crushed. It was fucking awesome.
It was fun. People came out. We forgot it was a snowstorm. I didn't know if we should do the shows, but forgot how many people have 4-wheel drives in central Missouri.
For sure.
It was not a thing. They just came
Oh.
anyway.
Yeah, nobody gave a fuck.
And they got drunk. Very drunk.
Yeah, they got lit up, got torched. Our opener, Josh Wingo, he was really, really great too. He's a little
Wingo.
angel. And
Yeah.
I think
He's funny.
I think one of the best, most interesting parts about Blue Room Comedy Club is there's this cat, Old Man Willie, that opens up every single show. And he celebrated his 90th birthday while we were there. I feel really stupid because I told him, I go, dude, you're killing it. You still have your teeth. And I was like really impressed. I was like, those are nice teeth, man. He didn't tell me they were dentures. And I didn't know they were dentures until later.
It didn't occur to you that a 90-year-old man with pearly white, perfect teeth might not have his real teeth still? That was something that you had to that's something you had to follow the trail of breadcrumbs to find out?
I did. I was seriously impressed because I was telling him, I'm like, I can't believe that you're almost 90. I'm like, this is amazing. Like,
That's how Tina tells people's age. She just looks at their teeth.
oh, yeah. That's it. I just checked out his chompers. I was like, this is amazing. I'm like, dude, I know 65-year-old people that are fucking struggling. I'm like, you're out here walking around. You do 5 minutes on every stand-up show you do. And does he do a lot of street jokes? Yeah, he does. But he's 90. Give the guy a break.
Yeah.
The first time.
It's definitely pages 100 through 105 of a vaudevillian joke book.
Oh,
But,
God, yeah. You know.
What are you going to do?
No, you're not going to do anything. The first time that I met Old Man Willie, Rafe was headlining at the very first club in Springfield. the very first Blue Room Comedy Club there.
Yeah, in a billiard hall.
Yeah, in the back of a billiard hall. And I was like super sick, had the flu, still was doing shows. And I was sitting down like back there, and they had like this kind of makeshift green room. Like it was like the curtains, and then you just kind of like walked onto the stage from there. And I was sitting down. What did old man Willie say? He was like, green rooms for comics only.
Well, he said it to you, so you would know better than me, but I believe that he said something like, he tried to make you get up.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. He was like, excuse me, I need to sit down, And I was like, oh, okay. Yeah. Like,
It's
all
green
right. There's
rooms
like,
for comics only.
there's like all this fucking space next to me that you could sit down. Just the fact that he wanted me to move. It's not like I had like all my belongings on this little couch.
Right.
I'm just sitting on one little end of it. And he was like, I actually really want that spot. I was like, okay, man.
Being just how you're a woman, you can't possibly be a comedian, so you need to get out of the green room.
Yeah, he's like, who's this fucking bimbo in the green room? Get this fucking whore out of here.
Yeah.
He didn't say that, but he might as well have.
He thought it.
Yeah, he definitely did. So that was.
He's come a long way in a few years, though. He was a lot.
He
more
has.
chill
He was very
this
sweet.
trip.
He was very sweet.
He knows
this
the
time.
end is nigh.
I know.
He's trying to
make up for all.
He's trying to get into heaven.
Oh God, yeah, for sure. But yeah, truly could not believe it when someone said that he had dentures. They were like, yeah, he was like, I'm trying something new tonight. I'm doing my act without my dentures. And I was like, that makes sense why his teeth look so fucking nice. He has dentures. So that just means you're taking you're taking everything out, right? At night. Like that's like your teeth in the jar. You're taking all of it out and just you pop it in with a glue.
I mean, yeah, usually full dentures. That's what that means, yeah.
I hope I go before I have to do that.
You can get implants.
Yeah, I mean,
You have
but
the option.
those are so expensive from what I've heard.
Well, yeah, they're not cheap. But I'm saying there's other ways. You don't have to die just because your teeth fall out.
I lose my teeth at 50. I'm like, all right, it's time for me to go.
As much as you trip and fall, it's a real probability that you could take all your fronts out real quick.
Isn't it amazing that I haven't, I've chipped one tooth, and that's really it.
I fully expect at some point for you to fall on our concrete steps and face plant because you've always got your arms tied up with coats and 3 purses and
Bags.
coffee and whatever.
Oh, it's almost happened multiple times. And every time I have that scare where I'm like, in my head, I'm like, man, I could have just knocked my fucking front teeth out.
Yeah.
Those could be just gone.
It could happen. So be prepared. You save up for implants. You might have to get them.
I'm spooked. Hold on. Sorry. I got to forward this email to our man, Shaun.
Okay. Gonna bring him in the fold.
Yeah, why not? Let's do it. Let's get the baby
We're
in
flailing.
here.
Get him in here.
Shut the fuck up.
Get him in here. We're flailing. Get him in. Emergency guest. Emergency guest.
Dude, you need to calm down.
I'm chill.
You need to take a breath, brother.
Dude, I'm chill, bro.
Sorry, I'm elderly. All right, I forwarded it to him. I sent it.
Incoming, Shaun Patrick Murphy.
Is that his middle name?
I don't know. Sounds right, though.
Let's ask him. That does sound very right. Sean O'Connor Murphy.
Shaun Patrick Murphy.
You got Shaun Patrick Murphy.
He was born of a potato and a fucking bagpipe. His mother had sex with a potato and a green beer, and here he is.
All right, I texted him. I sent it. Yeah. Yeah. I'm excited for him, man. The fact that he's getting to, have a sick-ass fucking comedy special on YouTube. Because that's the way we're going, Just put your shit up yourself and fucking tear it up.
I mean, yeah. If you can't get somebody else to make it, go make it yourself. We're living in a world where you can do that now, so that's cool that he's doing it. And if you got an album coming out, do a companion piece. I kind of regret not doing it with mine, and that's why we're filming that Wildy show.
Hell yeah.
have some chunks and clips to put out,
Yep.
for the audio visual world.
I know. I'm always like, oh, I'm gonna start doing all these videos on TikTok. I'm gonna start doing this, and then I don't.
Yeah.
So,
Like you do a lot.
well, thanks.
Like you're on Insta doing stories and stuff. I mean, I don't know what videos you're referring to, but like
I
you do a
just
lot.
mean like little like stand-up clips and doing all that. I just haven't done the research on TikTok to really figure out what the fuck you're even supposed to do. But I mean, I think that's just how it is. That no one really gives.
I'll be honest. I think we missed the window.
I don't think that's true. Hey, would you like to have a warm Diet Dr. Pepper?
No, thank you.
All right.
I always feel like if you got to get in on the front end. You know what I mean?
Nah.
You can get in on the trail end, but I feel like TikTok's, it's flooded now. A lot of comics on there. I'm not saying you shouldn't do it. I'm just saying like early adopters benefit. That's my point. Early adoption. They benefit. Is he coming in or is it not working?
No, he's trying to figure it out. He's like, okay, so I will click on it and then come back when you text me. And I was like, what? Click on it and come on now. Randy says, just come the fuck on.
Click in and come.
Oh
bro.
my God, I forgot to say, Randy went to Waffle House. Where'd you go to? Waffle House in Festus or some shit?
Ooh. No, I was driving past the one in Arnold, and it was during the snow apocalypse, so jammed up in there and grabbed some pancakes and waffles and breakfast type foods, and I kept a coffee cup for $5.05.
Okay. Shaun said, I need a name. It gave me a password, but I need a name.
Just type whatever the fuck you want in there.
Type your own name, dude.
That's honestly
hell.
like.
Name Shaun Murphy. Try that and see if it
That
works.
is kind of sad. He's like,
What a
oh
sad.
God, I need a name. I need a name. It's
Neil.
like,
Tell him to type Neil or Shaun. It's
Yeah.
his album, I think.
your name. Oh God, that's fucking funny.
I need a name. Give me a name.
God. What a little dummy. Like it
I
says
need
that
a name.
it says that when you
Give me a name.
when you log into Zoom, like it's like put your name or I do
Right.
therapy over on the computer now, like telehealth, and it makes me type my name in every time.
You get hella health at telehealth.
Doing it's I can't believe like I did therapy in my car on the phone. Shaun,
I'm talking now. Can you hear me?
Dad-
I can hear you,
Daddy.
buddy. He's in. We're in the mainframe.
you're in.
Wow. This is exciting.
This is really exciting. Dude, we can't get over that you were like so
Yeah.
confused about it's like I need a name. It's like, dude, just
Give me a name. I need a name.
Well, I've never used whatever Russian site this is. I only know Zoom. I don't know what this is.
oh God. What did you honestly think it was? Like that you had to have like a username or a
Yeah. Well, I thought there was like a group name, like Rafe and Tina and the boys.
The Pussy
and
Lips.
and I'd have to I'd have to put that in, and here we are.
Love it. Shaun Murphy, welcome to fucking Slop City Podcast. This is tight. This is the first time we've ever done like a call-in guest.
Woo.
Oh man, I'm the first.
You're breaking ground, Daddy.
Yeah. Well, they've called her
This is
dad.
exciting.
They've inadvertently called Tina's dad before, but never. You're going to be on the YouTube picture-in-picture. Never had a call in with with face to go with the voice.
No, yeah, we've just
Wow.
called Igor and he just fucking won't shut the fuck up.
So this is big, bro.
I think I'm more of a voice guy. I don't know if you need the face for me.
What
can
are
put
you
whoever
talking
want.
about?
I've got a really good
We'll put
deep
David
fake app. I'll put whoever you want.
We'll put David Lee Roth over his face.
Yeah, we've been talking about David Lee Roth a lot, so we'll probably just put, honestly, his face over your face from the California
Well,
Girls
in
video.
terms of what? In terms of like better than Hagar? In terms of fuckability? What are we talking
Just
about with
like
him?
he's my spirit animal. I saw him piss on someone during a performance at the DuQuoin State Fair. We drove home from a gig last night, and I was listening to some 80s playlists, and my friends used to call me Rafe Lee Roth when I drank because I was a little bit of a handful.
Yeah,
and,
you peed on everyone.
Yeah, I'd pee on you if I thought it was funny. And
when I pee on someone on stage, Rafe thinks it's very disrespectful. He doesn't think I'm cool, and I don't know. I don't know if I like your stats now.
I've learned from my mistakes. So yeah, we were just talking about how wild he is. Just like I watched a documentary where he toured with Sammy Hagar, and they had to cancel the tour because he kept doing. They were supposed to like flip when they headlined, but David Lee Roth would purposely show up late and then like walk in, and Sammy would have to go on. And then after he'd start, David Lee Roth would walk in with like Playboy models. He pulled up in like a limo inside
Hella
the
bitches.
building, and like just constantly was impossible to work with. But
Doesn't
in the
David
most
Lee
fun
Roth
way.
Right. Doesn't he seem like he should have been in Jackass?
Yeah.
He has that like energy, you know?
Yeah, he
Like
does.
he probably can't be gored by a bull. He's an old, but like he should be like the senior member of Jackass.
Yeah, he does seem that way.
Gored by a bull. Oh, Jesus Christ.
But if you saw a trailer for Jackass 5 and David Lee Roth was in it, like you'd be like, "Here we go."
Oh,
It's
yeah.
on now.
Yeah. It does kind of seem like he should be in it. Just from the beginning.
Rafe and I went to Royal Rumble. There's an amazing slop fan that hooked us up and was able to get us some
Good eats.
really bomb-ass tickets.
Her boyfriend
Okay.
/ can't say who, can't give you any information because it's illegal. But she's dating and going to marry one of the wrestlers.
Yep.
So we got to sit in really cool seats. And I don't know what were you going to say about it?
Oh, no, I was just going to say that we go to the Royal Rumble, and guess who shows up? Johnny Knoxville. Johnny Knoxville shows up. Can you hear us? Shaun?
We lost something.
We lost him.
I can hear this. Can you hear us now?
Shaun?
Shaun went away. He quit.
I feel like he'd be really excited about this. Can you hear us?
Yeah, sorry, I froze for a second. I think I'm good now.
I was like,
I
are
missed
you
the
doing
whole
a
end of that story though?
I was like, are you doing a fucking
stopped.
bit? We waited for you. But yeah, you did hear the story or you missed it?
No, I missed it.
That-
I'm sorry.
No, I missed it.
We went to the Royal Rumble. Johnny Knoxville showed up. Did you hear that part?
No.
Johnny Knoxville showed up at the Royal Rumble, like dressed like, I don't know what he had on, dude. Dressed like a little kid whose parents couldn't afford a real superhero costume
Yep.
for him on Halloween.
Bleach blonde hair.
I think it's gray. I literally think he just has gray hair. Johnny Knoxville is like 58 years old. Like,
Is he really?
He's getting up there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He got pummeled.
He did. He got destroyed, obviously. But it was interesting to see him come out and then just get. I was like, I feel like we just watched. His tag team partner should be like David Lee Roth. I feel like we just watched a Jackass prank happen by how hard he got hit in the ring, and then he just left.
Have you guys seen Jackass, and are you Jackass people?
Have seen Jackass. Primarily the old one. I liked it.
You haven't
I
seen the
like
new
it.
one.
No, I haven't seen the new one yet. But I mean, I've always been into it. Like I remember when it first came out, and I feel like I was in middle school when it first came out. Because I'm a lot younger than both of you, you know.
I have an appreciation for the Venn diagram of my far left liberal white knight male friends and my far right Bass Bro Shop white friends, and the giant intersection of Jackass in their life and how much they love it.
Oh yeah.
It really brings people together. Have you seen the new one?
It does. It rules. Yeah, it's great.
You're a big Jackass boy?
Yeah, it's kind of it's just it's like adorable in a way. It's people just being friends, and then pure comedy, just people being hit in the nuts, shit in their pants. It's really what we all want from comedy.
You know, I don't know why, but I wouldn't peg you for a big Jackass lover. It kind of paints you in a new light for me. And I feel like, I get your humor. Like, we make each other laugh the times that we've hung out. And, but I don't know. I feel like you would just be like, kind of like, it's not smart enough. It's not. So I'm glad to hear that you love that. Like,
He's a Bills fan. They literally do Jackass stuff before every game. That's like their thing. They jump on burning tables.
Good.
have you ever done any of that before a Bills game? You ever done a cool Jackass nut tap, nut suck?
That's a nut suck.
Yeah, man. You're, like Jackass, where they suck each other's nuts.
Yeah, I think we might be talking about two different series right now.
No, dude. They there's this part where they all suck each other's nuts. They're all come on, you know what I'm talking about. They're all hanging out, making out passionately.
Like you go, it's like your buddy, and you play a prank on him, and you guys jerk each other off.
woman who's never seen Jackass but has seen porn.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? They kind of like, it's like one of them gets naked, one of them's laying in the bed, one of them kind of does like a dismount onto a little small mini trampoline, jumps up, puts his mouth right on friend's nuts.
I'm David Lee Roth, and this is the Jack Off Challenge. And him and Johnny Knoxville just fucking pull on each other to see who comes first. That's what Tina thinks it is.
I'm Ron Jeremy, and welcome to Blowjob Queens 5.
If you're gonna be dumb, then you gotta be tough.
You know what I will say?
You got a big dick, then you get big buff.
Jackass, like the moment that's stuck in my head forever, and it's like I laughed so hard when I saw this in the original one, is when they're all going down it might have been even the trailer, but they're all going down the street in a shopping cart, and it's slow-mo, and that song that's like, I say my name. You know what song I'm talking? Yeah.
You know what's sad is that's probably like a very highbrow classical song, and that was the best we could do to describe it. We have no idea what the words are, don't know what it's called. Probably written by Bach.
You nailed it.
Yeah, I think so too.
Dude, that shit is just unbelievably funny. Just to have, like, I think one of them's in a tutu. Someone's nuts are probably getting sucked or something. I don't know. They're going down, and that song's on. It's just badass. Like, I remember watching that and losing my fucking mind laughing.
Yeah.
That's comedy.
The new one's good, though. It's freezing. How many Shaun Murphy frozen faces would you give the new Jackass movie?
Yeah.
Wow, it must be good, dude.
He looks so funny and just so calm right now. It looks like, oh, poor guy. He's just stuck.
This small interruption brought to you by Charter Spectrum. Charter. It's as good as it gets, and it ain't getting any better.
Charter. Hope it works out.
We'll get him back.
Yeah, for sure. Dude, I've always liked it, though, Jackass. It's just fun.
It is fun. I think it's also... we might be coming back in. Cube Zoom. See if we can get
Yeah, I saw it was 2002 when it came out, the very first one. So I was 10 years old. I was probably 9 years old when it came out. And I fucking loved every minute of it. I remember Steve-O snorting wasabi.
Yeah. I remember them coming in. I remember them putting a Matchbox car in a condom and putting it up their ass.
Yeah.
And having to get x-rayed and being like, man, I don't know if I could do that one. I don't know if I would put a metal Matchbox car in my asshole. There was some serious stuff happening. Bringing it back in. What we got to do now is figure out.
And he's back, motherfuckers.
I think this feels better. This feels like the one.
Oh, this feels like the call that's going to just
Yes.
stay the whole time. I'm going to be honest. You're coming in really clear. The way you were frozen was adorable. You just looked like I don't know what you looked like, but you looked
good.
very calm.
Yeah, he looked good.
Thank you. Thank you.
Very pretty.
So what's the craziest fucking thing you ever saw before a Bills game? Like craziest nut-sucking jackass trick you ever saw?
I mean, I don't know that I've seen anything crazy, but the stories, like there is a legendary story that went around of there was this linebacker we had for 1 year, and someone, this woman gave a guy a blowjob in a parking lot for a jersey, not like a game worn jersey, just like a $50 jersey that you could get, and there was like some video of it, and it went kind of like viral. There's a lot of sex in parking lots. There's a lot of like obviously crazy stuff with alcohol, jumping through tables. It's pretty wild.
Wow, the blow J for a jersey is just amazing. It's like an off-brand one. Like I had a boyfriend years ago, because I've always been a huge Chiefs fan, years and years ago, that got me like a fake Alex Smith jersey. It wasn't like actually licensed or anything like that, but it was like 4 sizes too big for me. So I literally looked like a fucking homeless person wearing it. Like it's like you couldn't see it's like I couldn't wear shorts with it, and it's like there was no way to tuck it in cool because I didn't have the muscles or anything. But I'm like, I could not imagine blowing somebody for that kind of jersey.
Done it for less.
I have.
Well, everybody's done something for free.
Yeah.
Might as well get a jersey out of it, you know?
That's true.
I mean, yeah, why not? I've seen crazier things happen. I saw a guy just plowing each other over a horse trailer at the Kentucky Derby. We went down for the infield of the Kentucky Derby is like a Bills game, dude. It is not the same thing you see on TV. It's not the hats and the dresses and the suits and the mint juleps. It's fucking Keystone Ice, NASCAR shirts, mud, debauchery.
So it's like Woodstock 2000 down there.
Yeah, it's just it was bad, man. It was just like this guy and girl were like hardcore making out, you know, and everybody's hammered and somebody's like, "You should fuck," and then the girl's like, "Give us some money." And dude, you want to see a group of drunk dudes get organized quick? Like they went from complete strangers to a fucking tax sheltered corporation in like 3 seconds. Like a guy like took a hat off, and the guy's like, "Put money in the hat, money in the hat." And guys are throwing cash in the hat because she's like, "How much?" And she's like, $100. And dude, we crowdsourced that quickly. And then, like, the pressure got put on this couple, and then the dude couldn't get hard because she went for it. She started sucking him, and he got, like, stage fright. Dude, it just, like, this was, like, right when camera phones kind of came out, too. So, like, everyone made a circle around this couple, and it was just, like, a sea of phones. And I'm like,
all flip phones.
This doesn't end good for this guy.
I mean, you got to send me that video.
Well, it's funny. I was the only single guy on this bachelor party. I was the only single guy in our group, and everyone was like, "Dude, we all have to delete that video before we get home, but you have to save this video. And if we ever ask you for it, you have to I have like a Verizon fucking chocolate slide phone somewhere still in my possession that if I plugged it in, I have that video. It's never been up to the cloud. It's never been up there."
Uh-huh. Dude,
but it was wild,
sloppy.
dude. And they ended up, he finally got it up after a minute, and I was feeling bad for the guy, and then he just like bent over. Then they plowed in front of everyone, and I was like, that's a wild thing that just happened.
Yeah,
for no reason.
It was crazy.
So it was a success story.
He successfully did bang his girlfriend in front of a lot of dudes.
A success story. Rafe just hopped in and Rafe hopped in and sucked his nut for like a second.
I gave him a knockoff Jim Kelly jersey when he finished. He goes, "Why would you give me this at the Kentucky Derby?" And I'm like, "Hey man, why would you bang your girlfriend out for $100 in front of a bunch of camera phones? We do weird shit sometimes."
Knockoff Jim Kelly jersey.
Let me ask you this. I wanted to ask you before the call dropped, even though through the magic of editing, it seems like it didn't. What how far would you go? Would you be in a Jackass movie? If they were like, we want Shaun Murphy to come in.
I think a lot of people are like this. I'm like a 1/4 Jackass. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could take some, you hit me with some paintballs.
Oh God, I'd feel so sad watching you. I would like watching you get rocked by a paintball gun.
Yeah.
I'd be like, is he okay? Make sure he's not bruising too much.
It's the only time a paintball goes in one side and out the other. Like, that was a clean break.
Oh, fuck, dude. You're like when a football team runs out of the tunnel and the fucking rips the paper. It's just what a paintball looks like flying through you.
Oh my God, I would be devastated. I mean, for context, if you're not watching the video on YouTube, which you fucking should be, Shaun is like, how tall are you? Like 6'3"?
Yeah, 6'3", 6'4".
Okay, so we'll go at 6'4" just for your ego. He's 6'4". I mean, how much do you? I bet I weigh more than you.
Yeah, well, like 152.
Yeah, no.
I could literally
152. I like that you had to like tack a couple on. You didn't want to go with that flat 150, dude.
He's really 147, and he bumped it up.
He's like 152 with my shoes on, my wallet, my pocket, my car keys.
So I worked hard for those 2 pounds.
I hear you, brother. I wish I had your metabolism, dude. You're like a furnace.
Just imagine this.
Shaun's like your brother. He has to keep 3 Quest bars on the nightstand to eat in the middle of the night, or he'll pass away in his sleep. His metabolism burns so hot.
Shaun sets alarms every hour and a half, even if he just eats a couple grapes.
Every 2 hours.
Just a couple grapes. It keeps him going.
I'm like Michael Phelps, but without the swimming.
Yeah.
I just have to get all the calories in just to stay alive.
Every 2 hours, you eat a can of SpaghettiOs. You just wake up and eat a cold can of SpaghettiOs to keep you alive till morning.
Oh my God. You go in the Guinness Book of World Records for the first person that a paintball ever went through.
But the cool thing is you're not out because the fucking paintball goes through and doesn't explode. So that you can't prove they hit you. So you can just keep playing. He's like, man, that guy seems like Swiss cheese, but they can't. Technically, you're not out because you don't have any paint on you.
Oh my fucking God.
You win on a technicality and then you die right there on the paintball course.
So you're like 1/4 Jackass. I feel like I'm almost all the way, dude. I think I would go for it.
There's some stuff I for sure wouldn't do. We were kind of talking about that when you were gone.
I don't like genital stuff.
Sure.
Genital stuff and shit are my two things that I'm like, that's too much for me.
No genital stuff? What do you mean? Like you just don't want to see your genitals?
Well, like just the stuff that they do where they're like, we're going to staple each other's nuts together. I'm like, no, I can't. No, I can't do that.
No, I can't do that. A paintball went through me. Imagine what a staple would do.
You said the shit stuff, and it made me think of when I was in rehab. I made some of the best friends of my life. And this guy, Spencer, still to this day, talk to him, great friend. And he was like, we made fun of him for being so poor for a while. And like, he was to the point where he was doing crazy stuff for even just a few bucks. Like, I mean, it was pathetic. And he went through this phase for about like a month where we were like, all right, man, Pat's going to take a shit and you have to stand in the bathroom with him the whole time he does it. We'll pay you $5. And he was so desperate, he would fucking do it.
Oh, man.
He would stand in the bathroom while people were taking dookies and just get paid right after. And he's like a tall, lanky guy, kind of like.
Yeah,
well, I think everyone had. For me, it was in high school, that friend, like the do anything for $1 friend.
Oh, yeah.
That was kind of like Jackass light. And I remember we had a friend, Joe, and he would do a lot of like food stuff. And I remember specifically, we were in a mall parking lot. I was like 15, and we saw a sub in the parking lot. and we took the, and so we were immediately like, it was like half wrapped still, but we took the sub and we're like, we're gonna drive to Joe's house and see if he'll eat the sub. So like we take the sub, we drive to his house.
Damn, dude, the fact that he wasn't with you is hilarious.
Yeah. And we go
wait,
there.
he comes to he's sleep in his eyes. You woke him up.
And I remember two funny things. We go to his house and we're like, "Will you eat this sub for $1? For $1?" And he starts off by going, he goes, "Let me see the dollar." Like we're gonna sniff him.
He didn't say, "Let me see the sub."
Yeah, that's what he should have fucking said.
He said, "Let me see the dollar." We showed the dollar. He took a big bite of the sub, and the thing that made me laugh the most is he goes, "Oh, gross. I don't like onions."
I mean, I feel the same way about onions, so I do empathize with him there.
Holy fuck, poor Joe.
He's worried about having heartburn, but not salmonella.
Yeah.
Onions give me heartburn, man.
Let
Do you
me
eat a
see-
sandwich from the ground, dude?
Let me see the dollar.
Yeah, there's a lot of that going on. I went to the last wrestling event I went to before the Royal Rumble was one WCW event, like in the 90s, for Halloween Havoc. There was like a radio station doing one of those promotions. I feel like there were all these like Jackass things. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it was like, what will you do for backstage passes to meet Kevin Nash and Scott Hall? And one guy's like, I'm going to eat grass. And he ate grass. And this other person's like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I'll let this guy punch me in the face. And they did it, dude. This guy just fucking waxed this guy. And then one dude was like, I'll eat shit. And they're like, no way. You know, it's like Rock Jack Radio. Like, oh, he's going to eat Dookie. You know, and the guy like, and dude, this isn't normal shit either. He had to go into a porta potty. It was like an outside, and he like came out with like a cup full of poop.
No.
I swear to God, dude. And like, I was like, dude, there's no.
I'm out.
To meet wrestlers? Are you kidding me? And this guy's like, all right, everybody gather around. I think this dude like had he like took a drink of the Dookie. I gagged. Everyone was like, eh! And I'm just like, what are you going to do? Like, what is he going to say when he meets the wrestlers? He'd be like, guys, it's so fucking awesome to meet you. I ate shit for this. Like, what are they going to tell the wrestlers? Be like, hey, this guy ate shit so he could meet you. Like, imagine like how demoralizing and demeaning.
And he doesn't like have a mint or anything. He's just walking up to these cats with shit breath.
It was fucked up, man.
No.
Like, imagine if someone was like a big fan of the podcast and they're like, it's like, oh, what did you do to meet us? Well, we gargled some horse cum, and you're just like, oh, no. Like,
you didn't have to do this.
You could have just sent me a message on Instagram. Really?
I would have come out.
Yeah, it's pretty fucked up.
So sad.
So you're out on genital stuff on Jackass.
Yeah. I'm out on drinking shit.
Well, they didn't do that on Jackass. That just happened, and it does sound like a thing that like probably Steve-O would do.
Yeah.
That's very much a Steve-O one. There's a lot of pranks that are in different people's wheelhouses, I feel like. And I remember we were saying like from the first one. Do you remember the first one when they like put like Matchbox cars in condoms and put them up their asshole to go get x-rayed? And I was like, I don't know if I would do that. Putting a metal car in my fucking colon doesn't seem like a great idea.
I'd do it.
You would?
100%.
You won't even let me
put your dick in my ass?
Put my dick, or really, I mean, you let me get a finger in there occasionally if the mood's okay.
It sounds like you need to paint it like a little car.
Yeah, vroom, vroom. Yeah, dude. I just put like I just fucking put like flames on the side of my dick.
Rafe puts a condom on for the first time ever. And
you said you'd do it.
And he puts a little car at the end of it. He's like, what about now? Yeah, that's I would totally do that though.
All right, well, see, each their own. She's in on the Matchbox car.
But like the thing where, remember, I think it was Steve-O. He had like a little diaper on and attached like a piece of meat onto his area and
an
was like
alligator?
above the alligator. You remember that one? I'm out.
Yeah.
No way. There's just no
Agreed.
way. Can't risk it.
Well, but you got to also have to factor in, like, what if they can't, what it would do for your career. If, like, just to be in the Jackass movie. And
Sure.
like, we're going to let you in the movie. We're going to plug all your comedy. We're going to make you a star.
Yeah.
But you have to do this, this, and this. Where's the line? Where's the ultimate line? Just only stapling genitalia? You're like, look, you leave Shaun's balls alone, I'll do anything you ask. I would love to see, like, go to, like, wrestling school. Would be awesome.
Well, I kind of think because like a lot of these people, like they have weird bodies and they have like weird names. You know what I'm saying? Like I could be in there and be like skinny dork or
Skinny Pete.
I should have a better name than that, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here comes Ichabod. He fucking ride in with a white wig on a horse wearing. Actually, dude, I would you'd probably be popular.
Yeah, people would love you.
They got some weird ones in there now. I'm like, I don't really follow wrestling anymore, but there was like one guy, his thing is just that I think he's high and he wrestles barefoot. That seemed to be his thing. So you come in with a good gimmick, dude. You can get in there.
you know what? I'll think about it.
Skinny dork.
There was like a rapper that beat up half of the WWE roster. Like Bad Bunny was there and he like beat the shit out of half the roster. And I'm like, man, wrestling doesn't even make stars anymore. They just let celebrities come in and like beat the shit, embarrass all these people that came up through that's been like wrestling for 20 years.
Yeah,
It's kind of like comedy if you think about it.
I don't know anything about wrestling, even though it looks like I know everything about wrestling.
It does.
I've never watched any wrestling at any point in my life,
Yeah.
Never, even as a kid.
even as a kid.
Your
Wow.
friends would like put WWE like on or whatever, and they'd start playing the Nintendo 64 like wrestling games, and you were like, "Oh God, I'm already sore. I have to head out." And then
I
you
was
go
like,
home.
later, I'm gonna go get later losers, and then I'd leave as a 12-year, the coolest 12-year-old in
As
the
a-
world.
As a 40-pound, 6'3", 12-year-old.
You're like, have fun sucking each other's nuts. Oh fuck. Love it. All right, so when does your album come out? Tell us about all that. Tell us when you record. Just give us a fucking lowdown.
Okay.
We got him
Album?
hooked.
Yeah, they want to see Skinny Dork.
Yeah.
Album and YouTube special comes out Friday, February 11th.
Great.
Oh,
So-
Filmed it in October. 50 minutes, comedy, pretty good. I think you'll watch it and go, pretty good. You know?
Yeah.
Is this a good sell? Am I doing good so far?
so
Pretty
far, yeah.
good.
You're setting a reasonable bar. So,
Yeah.
and I think I've seen your act, and I think that you're being modest, and I think that that's smart. And what's going to happen is people are going to be like, I can't believe he thought that was pretty good, because it's actually really amazing.
Well, thank you. And yeah, and the name of the special is NEAL. I'm Shaun Murphy. It'll be on YouTube for free. Their audio versions are all those places where you get the audio versions of that shit. And yeah, I'm pretty proud of it. And I think it is, I'm upgrading it. I'm going to say it's good.
Whoa!
Damn.
Auga, auga.
Yoing.
Just upgraded to good.
Yeah. Oh, daddy.
Oh,
That's my
it's
closing
good.
track.
Yeah.
I'm Ron Jeremy, and this is good.
Yeah, I'm excited to watch it. You're the best. We love you a lot. And we were talking about how you got passed at the cellar and everything. And I was like,
Yeah.
dude, I don't know what I'd do if that happened. And then I was like, well, I guess I'd like go there and do the sets.
Yeah.
I'd just be able to tell everyone like,
You-
yeah, I'm
you-
passed at the Comedy Cellar now.
You go do the sets and pray to God Chris Rock doesn't pop in right before you go on stage. I want to plug the album a little more.
Yep.
And then we'll
Yes.
get back to some funny stuff. Which the album is funny. that came out wrong. We'll get back to having fun together instead of plugging stuff. But
I do the middle half is beat poetry.
yeah,
Get
Shut
very
the fuck
serious for the
up.
middle 30.
it is.
Whatever. It's just a video of him crying for 30 minutes.
Beep bop boopy, beep bop boopy, beep
The-
bop
the-
boopy. I'm tall and I can't gain weight.
Those
He's got
are,
to
I
eat a
feel
sandwich
like-
in the middle of his special so he doesn't die.
I feel like those are half of comedy specials right now. You hear about like the specials and it grinds to a halt to be like, okay, now I got to talk to you about how my parents were killed in 9/11 and the Holocaust combo kill. And you're like, what is happening here? And people start crying. Like when people recommend a comedy special to you, there's like a 90% chance they're like, it was great, man. I cried 3 times. And you're like, why? Why is this a thing?
Yeah, why are you sobbing? Is this a memoir or is it a fucking comedy special?
Sail away, sail away, sail away. Ooh, ah, ooh, ah. Like right in
so
the middle.
So I have a lot of, shit and dick jokes.
Good.
Great.
It's good to have a good amount of those. What do you so are your YouTube? Where can they find the YouTube video? Is it going to be on your YouTube channel?
It
Shaun
is gonna be on my
Murphy?
YouTube channel, Shaun Murphy, spelled with a U. But I think if you just plop that baby in and, unless you come across that Shaun Murphy who plays snooker, who's more famous than me,
Mm.
I think you'll be okay.
Yeah, it's SHAUN Murphy, spelled traditionally. And
Also with a U.
also with a U, W.
What if they spelled
Ooh.
Murphy like MEA? Like like the weird Sean spelling where I'm like, okay, there's definitely no H sound in there. Come on.
Come on.
Well, all right, so that'll be on YouTube. You can get everything from Napster to Spotify to and every streaming platform in between.
Watch it on
Uh,
YouTube.
does it
That's
help?
the way to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, does it let's talk about money.
Mhm.
Does it help more if people buy it on Amazon, go and pay you said everything's going to be free. Is there going to be some sort of like donation button set up? Will there be some
Yeah,
let's talk about that.
yeah, you could, buy the album on audio, but it's 2022. Most people want to do that. Don't
Right.
do that. So that makes sense to me. But YouTube free, and then I'll have Venmo out there. So if you want to do kind of a Radiohead, pay what you think this is worth thing,
Cool.
watch it for free. You don't got to have a dumb digital copy in your phone that plays whenever you start your car.
And that's on YouTube.
And that's
Here's my suggestion to all the Slop City fans who are listening right now. Go watch in its entirety, watch Shaun Murphy's special. Like, subscribe, and comment like you're
Yes.
supposed to on everything else. But in addition to that, $10 donation if you think it's pretty good.
Yeah, just pretty good.
$15 donation if you think it's good.
Mm-hmm.
$20 donation if you think it exceeds the set expectation of good
Pretty good.
and starts to teeter, get the tip of its penis into maybe great or at least exceptional, or you know what?
Yep.
I'm going to go above good, just say above average.
And
$20.
25 if it makes you want to suck a nut.
If you
Yeah.
want to suck nuts when you're done watching Shaun's special, give him a 25er, And what's the so is it going to be all Venmo? Because we need to plug this shit. Because
Yeah, in the description I'll have the Venmo, the PayPal,
great. Great.
anything you need.
Venmo, PayPal, Shriners Hospital.
Oh God, what a sad commercial. Yeah. I think that Slop City fans are gonna fucking love you. We love you, and you're fucking hilarious, and it's really awesome to see you be able to do this, get past at the fucking cellar, I'll send you my link and stuff. So just give it to the Comedy Cellar Booker so I can get there too. Just kidding. I would never fucking do that to you. But yeah.
Well, I love both of you guys.
Mm-hmm.
You're both funny. You're both great. I've stayed at your place. Your
Yep.
dogs are great.
Yeah.
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
Rafe and Tina. on Sean's scale. That's better than pretty fucking good. I'll tell you that.
They pulled some sneaky. One of them got diarrhea while we were out of town, which is like I hate what your dog always gets sick when someone else is watching it, and you're like, well, you just lost a dog sitter forever. But one of them got dinoed out. They're still doing good though. They're still good boys. They didn't do it on purpose, but
no, they didn't know. But yeah, you're lucky. You never got shit on while you stayed at our house, so we'll call that a pretty good win.
Yeah, pretty good.
Pretty good.
What else do you have going on? Anything cool? What else has been happening in your life the last couple of weeks? Let's chat about it.
Oh, good question. I know you called me today. I got your phone call. I felt bad about it.
Yeah, well,
No,
I
normally
noticed.
the call we haven't dissected our teams playing each other.
Yeah, that's a big conversation. He just asked me who I was going to root for in the Super Bowl, and I'm like, clearly the Bengals, based solely on my hate for Stan Kroenke, if nothing else.
Yep.
But it's tough. I can't even muster. I don't even know if I care enough to watch the game. I know I will by
Same.
Sunday. You feel that way too?
I might. I put in avails to do comedy that night.
Wow.
Mainly because I just don't care who wins. Bengals have never won, so if they win, that's fun. Rams haven't won in 20 years. Stafford storyline's fun. Aaron Donald's good, probably deserves it. I just kind of don't care either way.
Yeah, I hate Stan Kroenke so much for all the shit he did in
That
St.
makes sense.
Louis, and then he's already making all the money because it's a home game.
Yeah, fuck him. I'm out on them.
SoFi Stadium, and I'm like, don't give him his cake and eat it too. Don't give him the trophy. At least, man, let something sting for this rich fuck. But you know what?
I hear you.
Who knows? I'm doing the weekend in Omaha, and I'm like, is it worth? Am I going to drive home overnight, leave Saturday night, so I can get home and go to a Super Bowl party and watch the team that beat my team last week play? And I just don't know if I don't know if it's in there, man. I really don't. I might just stay in Omaha and see if I can hop on a Sunday show or something.
Well, I'm just watching the Super Bowl for the commercials. I don't even care who wins. I'm just here for the snacks, Bud Light Lime,
Sports
and the
ball.
commercials. And I'm trying to fuck that one guy, Darren. So that's what I'll be there for.
Let me ask you this. Your gal, dancer, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah. Artist?
Yes.
Football fan? Converted
No,
Bills
what's
fan?
Kind of. It was fun. The first game she's ever watched was that Chiefs-Bills game, and it was funny in a lot of respects because I had to be like, one, football is normally not this fun. This is the best game of the past 25 years.
Yeah.
Normally there's more punting and just horse shit that slows down the game. But I was like, yeah, normally the Bills lose in heart-wrenching fashion, so you're in. You get it.
Yeah. Did she go through waves while she was watching that game, or was she kind of just like, man, I don't give a fuck? Or was she like, holy fuck?
A little bit. She was starting to get into it of oh, they're doing well. This is good. And then it's just oh no, they lost. Oh no, they won. Wait, they lost?
Yeah.
A lot of that stuff.
Yeah, there were a lot of emotions during that Bills-Chiefs game. Rafe and I were losing our goddamn fucking minds.
I almost punched a hole in the drywall several times.
It was aggressive. But
yeah, I'll tell you this. Somebody lost a lot of money printing up those Grim Reaper shirts a week too soon because the Bengals came in and took care of the old Grim Reaper for us, and I was like, man, what a bummer.
all around fucking bummer. And I mean, it's the Bills are a way fucking better team than the Bengals.
Yep.
So to lose to the fucking Bengals.
This is my theory.
Just embarrassing.
I think the Bills cost the Chiefs the Super Bowl last year because
you went home.
Because they just
Sean left.
They beat the that was this year. That was during a lightning storm.
That was it.
During a lightning storm. Tell that story when you left and had to go sit at a Taco Bell and then ended up having to ride home with us anyway because no Uber would come get you. Even the Kansas City Uber was like, "Don't leave the game, you pussy."
we went to was a week 5 Sunday night, Bills at Kansas City, and it was awful.
Okay, we'll wrap it up here in a minute.
it was raining, and I had a migraine. I was like, and the Bills were winning. The game was good for me. And at halftime, I was like, I can't do this anymore. I got an early flight out, and I was like, I'm just gonna leave. And it turns out you like can't leave. Like if you don't have a car, you just can't like Uber's. The Uber was like $100, and even then they were like, "Fuck you, we're not gonna pick you up." And I stayed at a Taco Bell for an hour,
Oh my
and then I
God.
walked back in the rain for you guys to drive me home. It was a miserable experience.
It was so sad. It was fucking torrential downpour. Sean's like, yeah, I'm gonna get out of here. And he fucking walks in the rain. And it
I
was
think you had a
so
migraine
sad.
too, didn't you?
He
Didn't
was
you have, like,
sopping wet. Sopping wet. I mean, imagine this tall, weak, thin man.
In a windstorm, dude. He was blowing all over the highway.
He was wearing a poncho. But were you wearing a poncho?
Yeah, my favorite part was when I'm outside shivering, just swearing, head hurting, and I start to hear the Chiefs fans. The Chiefs scored like a touchdown, so the Chiefs fans started screaming, and I just like yell out like, "And they're blowing the fucking game too!" Like
Yeah.
just like nothing was going right.
The Charlie Brown music was like beep boop boop beep boop boop, like you're walking sad.
Yeah, that was really quite sad. I just really felt for you because, I mean, you're already on the brink of death constantly, just, you're just, it's like, I bet you were so hungry. You just needed a little snack. You needed,
Taco Bell.
needed some replenishment
You just had wet
for
Mexi
your
roll-ups.
journey. You walked, 0.75 miles?
It's pretty far.
I mean, you probably walked a mile
That's
and
a
your
good-
body was just like, you're MyFitnessPal.
His
And your-
pockets were just had wet Mexi roll-ups in them.
Your Apple Watch is like, please eat something. Your glucose. You're so sick.
You're at negative 8,000 calories.
I mean,
Well,
Would've been
my
a
theory
perfect
is that
opportunity to shoot me with that paintball.
yeah.
yeah, dude. Imagine if you got shot just hypothetically by like a drive-by bullet. You'd probably. You'd be dead already no matter what, but it's like, even if it just went through like your little ankle, you'd have been done for, man.
I would have been dead. The sound would have scared me to death.
Sound like ripped your paper thin flesh.
Oh, man. I
Like
just pissed my pants a little.
Those little New Year's poppers where you pull the string and it just blows the paper out the end. That's just the sound.
If you stayed
That
at the
guy
game,
just burst into a pile of streamers and disappeared. We're like, he's gone. That's
if you had stayed at the game, one more firework would have given you a heart attack.
yeah.
You would have
Well, it is
fucking
my theory that the
been
Bills
gone.
are the Achilles heel. Like, we could still barely move past them. Like, they beat us up so bad last year. We had no O-line in the Super Bowl left for Tampa, and then it took everything we had to beat them, and then, like, we only had one half of football left in the tank, and then the Chiefs from early part of the season showed up and ruined it for everybody. So maybe they can avoid each other in the playoffs one of these years. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll be battling for ages.
Oh yeah,
Let's hope.
That's exactly how it'll be. It'll just be Mahomes and Josh Allen just duking it out, and
Aaron Rodgers next year.
Did he sign somewhere else?
No, but Denver's taking a swing at getting his. They got his guy from Green Bay, hired him as a head coach. So I think it's a ploy to try to get him there.
Yeah, they tried to play him there. The new Denver coach is Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Aaron Rodgers would totally go. He'd just be like, "Listen, I like his energy. I think he's the guy for the job."
Yeah.
My fiance or girlfriend Shailene Woodley, she's a big fan of Joe Rogan, and he'd totally fucking do it.
All right, man. We did it.
Oh, the memory card just filled up because
Mem-
we didn't fucking initialize it.
What's that mean?
The memory card just filled up, Randall. That's okay. Okay. Cool. Well, yeah.
None of us are going to remember this.
Yeah, we all just blacked out. All right. Well, Shaun, we love you. Thank you for coming on, and good luck with your special album, everything. The name, you heard it here, Shaun Murphy. Find his YouTube special
NEAL.
on YouTube. Yeah. The name is
Thank you for
NEAL.
having me.
If you don't like his special, you can shoot him with a paintball.
Yeah.
Bring him to St. Louis, and we'll line him up, and you can shoot him with paintball guns.
I agree to that. And thank you for having me. I love you both. Thank you.
Love
too,
you,
buddy.
Shaun. Love it.
Bye-bye.
What a little angel. Yeah, show Shaun some fucking love. Go watch his YouTube special, NEAL, on youtube.com. It's a website that houses videos.
Yes.
It's
It's a little startup.
It's a startup. It's really good. But yeah, NEAL by Shaun Murphy on
That's
YouTube.
YOUTUBE.
.com.
.com.
So, hell yeah. Great to have Shaun on. We love him. And we should probably fucking wrap this whole podcast because we've been going for an hour and a half.
Wrap
Like
it.
a bunch of bomb-ass bitches. All right, y'all. We love you. Thank you for listening to Slop City Podcast as always. And go watch fucking Shaun's special. And
Do it.
we love you. So thanks for joining Rafe Williams, my partner, and I today on Slop City Podcast. And we love you. And cut.
Clapped on the way out.
That was good. Huh?
You can tell Shaun's still with us, or
I think he is. Oh, he's frozen.
bro, he's good.